Hey, welcome back to another episode of Collector's Corner with your host, Corey Smith. There we go. We are back again this week for a new episode, episode 30 something. I don't even know off the top of my head.
34 years of age.
But we are back, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're checking it out. Oh my God, today we have another special one-topic episode all about King Tut.
The Boy King VHS.
What? King Tut? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about King Tutankhamun. Egypt, ruler, mummy, the whole deal, man. And if you know me, you know I love my Egyptian history.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Egyptology. I love mummy movies, all of that good stuff. Woo, that's my jam! So, I wanted to break out, I got so much mummy and Egyptian history documentaries and all that kind of shit. I couldn't do the whole thing in one episode. That would have been too crazy. But instead, I'm going to just break it down piece by piece, piece by piece. It's gonna be a wonderful show. There we go, we're back. Let's just jump into it. King Tut. If you don't know who is, we're gonna give you a little look-see.
Just because you're dressed like King Tut doesn't mean you're our leader.
He's like 13, 14 years old. The Boy King, as you can see. And died at an early age. The mystery surrounding his death, was it disease? Was it murder? Was it, just some other kind of issue? So anyway, King Tut, probably the most famous Egyptian tomb or Egyptian mummy or what have you, archaeological site, other than, you got the Great Pyramids, but King Tut's tomb, that took the world by storm when it was found. November 1922. King Tut's tomb, untouched, never been robbed, never been ransacked, looted, or anything like that. Everything was still in pristine condition, as you can see. Here is his sarcophagus mask made of solid gold and gems and jewels. So anyway, that's like what kicked off a bunch of, sort of the mummy craze, led to a mummy movie eventually, and then, just his artifacts, remains, what have you, have toured the world several times over the decades.
We will tour the world.
The first tape you got right now is King Tut, the Boy King, 1977 documentary, hosted, narrated by Orson Welles.
Orson Welles.
Great filmmaker from yesteryear, author, all that good stuff. So what you've got right here is a whole display, his, the contents of his tomb and whatnot, and a bunch of artifacts and different things were on display in Washington, D.C., and so, they went and filmed a little documentary about the whole life, unearthing all of the treasures and all that kind of stuff, and then how it just, swept the world with Egyptian fever in the 20s and 30s, I've mentioned these before. I love these old Warner clamshells. I think they just look great on the shelf. That one right there. It's kicking it off with my oldest, or documentary tape, what have you. But then we're going to jump ahead just 1 year. 1978. We've got us another little documentary here on the VHS. Whoa, it's getting away from me. King Tut, Tomb of Treasure. So there you go, narrated by Alan Ludden. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with who Alan Ludden is or was. But anyway, same thing. Except this time, it's filmed at the New Orleans Museum of Art. So this King Tut kind of thing, traveling around. In fact, if you go back and watch some of my previous episode on favorite childhood books, I talk about going to see the Ramses exhibit in Memphis, Tennessee when I was a kid.
We went to Memphis in the car one time.
Because it was touring the country. And same thing with Tut. When it came to America, it was bouncing around, touring to different cities, and so this is another just short documentary about King Tut from New Orleans. So those are just like little intros, man. If you didn't know much about King Tut, you just jump in those, and it's like, boom, all right, cool, I'm caught up. But if you want to get real in depth, if you want to like go to the next level, if you want to really just start digging deep on his life and the discovery and the archaeology and the whole deal, well, look at this big old box set. Good Lord, it's so heavy. Oh my God, I can't even hardly hold it up. 4-tape box set. There it is. The sarcophagus mask. This is an A&E.
Monday on A&E.
4-part documentary series right here. King Tut. King Tut. The face of Tutankhamun. And so what you got for... Ooh. All right, here we go. Here we go. We have got the face of Tutankhamun. So you get just another, straight up little introduction to King Tut, his life, the whole deal. You got some reenactments.
Reenacted in front of your eyes with the most hideous reality.
And you've got just the follow-up. Here you've got Howard Carter finding the tomb, bringing it to the world. You got part 3. Now you have more updated, they're doing, more updated science now here in the present day with scanning and x-rays and just the whole deal. And then, shit almost fell off the desk. God damn it, come in, get your act together. And then this one is all about just kind of the other side, King Tut's curse, the curse of King Tutankhamun, because they believed, after this was exhumed or opened to the world, some crazy shit started happening. You had people come down with sickness. Howard Carter himself died just a couple of years later after discovering all of this mess. You had some of the other workers that were there, the present, had died under mysterious circumstances. And so, of course, people like sensationalism. People like all of that kind of wackiness. And so they just came up with this whole King Tut's curse. Anybody that had entered the tomb of King Tut was now cursed to die. And so, yeah, just a cool little box set. But like I was saying, and then it comes with, let's not forget this bad boy. It's got this badass fucking fold out. Good Lord, this fold out. We've got a fold out. Whoa, I just ripped the fold out. Calm down, Corey. Get your shit together before you ruin this mother trucker. Hey, good Lord, we've got the sweet. Damn it, I can't even get this thing pointed right. People at home are looking at me like, God, man, get your shit together.
Get your shit together, brother.
Not only did you tear it, you can't even put it up straight. But just a nice little guide that you could unfold while you're exploring the world of King Tut and get into all of this stuff, talking about different artifacts, things he was found with. Good Lord, there is no goddamn way I'm going to get this thing folded back up while you guys are sitting here watching me on camera. There's just no way. Shit is too big. We will deal with that in a little bit. Plenty of shit to see from A&E. So there you go. Let's jump it on ahead. This was from 1992. And then after 1992, we've got this shit over out of the way. And then next, we've got another straight up just documentary. This one from the History Channel.
Anyway, that's all ancient history.
So yeah, we're moving around. The different networks are doing their thing about King Tut. This is from 96. King Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun. Woo! The Mystery Unsealed. And so again, just a straight up, documentary. This time hosted by Frank Langella.
I'm afraid trouble has found you.
And I mean, you've seen Frank Langella around. That dude was been in a million different movies over the years. Anyway, so same thing. Just talking about a little bit, gives you a little bit of background of the king himself, and then Howard Carter coming along, and then finding the tomb, and the whole craze that took over the world, the King Tut craze. People love this little boy king, boy. You know, he was a mystery. So there you go. But now we've got A&E. We've got History Channel. You know National Geographic was going to get up in this mug.
Get your name into the National Geographic.
Yeah! National Geographic's all about some history, so you better check it out! And this time we've got King Tut's Final Secrets! Oh, King Tutty, what you been hiding? Did we find your diary? Did we find it? Your hope chest? I don't know. No, what we found was some updated modern MRIs, CAT scans, the whole deal. Let's throw that dead body right up in there and scan the shit out of it and see what the hell going on up in there. And so, again, the mystery behind the famed boy King Tutankhamun. Why did he die so young? Was he murdered? Was there any evidence to the legendary curse that followed? We got all the CT scan technology. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Boop 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 boop. It's National Geographic. Yeah, so National Geographic, King Tut's Final Secrets, doing its thing. 95 minutes. Glorious, everyone. So King Tut's Final Secrets, man. National Geographic Explorer, National Geographic Documentaries, they will not let you down, boy. They are informative and entertaining. And so if you like that science and shit, then this is what you need to be watching. So there's that. Whoa! Shit going crazy off camera. Get it together, DVDs. One more documentary for you. Woo! And look at this little thing. We got us a little book, little DVD book. Bookity book, book, bookity book.
The book is bound in human skin.
This is from the Ancient Civilization series. They do a bunch of different stuff. Cleopatra. What the hell is that? Cleopatra and Ramses and a bunch of the other shit from this Ancient Egypt sort of series. And then what it is, it's cool, man. I dig it. Like, it's got the little documentary in here. Secrets Revealed. King Tut, Secrets Revealed. Whoa, hear it? That's some fucking jam right there. Ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun, and it's got the little book with it. Look, you can learn. I like to learn. I got a big brain because I'm a nerd. Woo! Yeah, there we go. I'm all about it. Look at these pictures. Little write-ups, history, and then shit, damn, man. You know, this is made for a school. I mean, it's some teachery shit. So, or if you're doing whatever, you got some little quiz at the end if you want to do that whole thing, and then some like factoids, whatnot. So that's a cool little book right there, DVD little book. So that is it for the documentaries. But I told you, man, people have been all about this King Tut's curse for a long time. You know, books, movies written all about it and the whole deal. And so I got a few King Tut movies, fictional movies, up in this mug too. First off, we got 1980s, The Curse of King Tut's Tomb.
It's got a death curse.
Yeah, this is a little British movie. You got Raymond Burr up in this mug. And then what it is, it's just, a play on the whole thing. Howard Carter opens the tomb, and then some shit goes crazy. You got a workers killed by some scorpions. You got a guy crushed by some boulders. Got another guy committing suicide. Oh, yeah, so the curse is rampant right here. And Howard Carter's like, man, I don't know about all this curse until it strikes Howard Carter himself. And then, so you got the sweet RCA, man. Again, I've mentioned previous episode. Whoa. I do like that RCA red stripes, looking great on the shelf in the collection. Ooh, this one's even got the side flap. Side flap! Look at that mother trucking side flap! Yeah, there we go. So that's King Tut's Curse of King Tut's Tomb from 80. There you go, just a fun little, sort of suspensey, historical suspense thriller kind of thing. Let's jump ahead, though. Boom, way ahead. 2006, 2005. The Curse of King Tut's Tomb, an ancient evil, is about to be unleashed. And so, what you've got here is a crazy-ass sort of Indiana Jones mummy movie, adventure, but with like some crazy supernatural weird shit going on here. And what you got is you've got this young archaeologist that's out exploring in Valley of the Kings, digging around. He finds a piece of King Tut's emerald tablet, and I don't know, he's researching all this ancient shit, and he realizes, oh man, whoever owns all 4 pieces of the ancient King Tut emerald tablet will unleash some kind of magical power, rain upon the world. And so there's a hunt to try to find this thing, adventure. You got Malcolm McDowell up in there. Oh, yeah, I'm always grumpy.
These eyes do not see what you and I see.
And so what it is, there's all this shit about, like an alternate dimension, and with like crazy Egyptian godlike creatures, crossing over in the tomb and all this shit. It's wacky. I mean, it ain't no award-winning production, but it's fun for a little, just sort of a fictional, fantastical, supernatural adventure movie. Yeah, so there you go. But then last up on the list, it's like throwing stars, baby. We've got an update on the 80s movie, the 1980 movie I just showed you on the RCA VHS. This one from 2017. It's all right, BBC.
We British like to keep things proper.
The Mummy of Tutankhamun. Now look at this. Now they may try. They're like, there ain't no monsters in this. It's just a whole update of the other, Curse of the King Tut kind of thing with Howard Carter. Just exploring the tomb. Some weird shit happening afterwards. Is it a curse? Is it just coincidence? Sam Neill, he's great, so that's that right there, King Tut. So all about the boy King. That King Tut is pretty cool. Cool history, cool mystery. A mystery from history. Oh, that's enough rhyming and rapping and singing and dancing, because we gotta wrap this bad boy up. I got things to do, but hey, stick around, check it out. Next week, we're gonna be back with something brand new, something cool, something from the collection, and we will see you then, friends.